Okay, now hopefully we are good to go. And we're gonna try this one more time. If not, I don't know. It's my earbuds. I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to shut them off. So now let me see if you can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I disconnected my earbuds. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If not, I'll put my earbuds back on. Let's see. So, all right. So hopefully you guys can hear me. And we can get into it. You already know it's Monday night right here on the show. And we're going to try this one more time. Now you can hear me? All right. So, little technical difficulties. As I mentioned, if you are just now tuning in, you already know it is Monday night and it is time for the show. You already know your girl Nina Rock is in the building. La Latina Loquita. And usually to my left, I have Miss Angie, but she is not with us today. She should be joining us in the live. And let me see. Can you guys hear me? Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. And we should get into it. We'll wait for Angie to come on. All right, we'll try one more time. Here we go. And I'm going to try, okay, and I'm going to try to read the comments and do the show at the same time. Very difficult because usually I don't multitask like this. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and having a little bit of patience with us. As I said, I just got some earbuds and I don't really know how to use them. So they were connected and I didn't realize that they were connected, which is why you couldn't hear me before. So technology is good when it works and when we know how to use it. They just put it out there like that. But clearly I don't know how to use it. I'm still learning. So bear with me, but we made it through and they're off. I believe my Bluetooth is off. They're in the case. So hopefully we should be okay. If you can hear me, give me some thumbs up and all that good stuff. We're going to try to bring in Angie for just a little bit. Angie is traveling, which is why I'm in the studio all by myself. And hopefully she can come on for just a few minutes because we were having some difficulties before. There you go. Hey, girl. Now I can hear you. All right.
We are about to start flying soon, and I will be landing in Tampa by 10:30.
All right. So you have a little, obviously you're on a plane, so we have some background noise from you. But of course, you know, Angie, she is traveling. Where are you traveling to, Angie?
I'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the flight deck. We'd like to put our welcome aboard on our way down to Tampa tonight. Like the whale things down here at the 50 minutes of flight time back to touchdown. Rides are pretty.
All right, so she is traveling. Not sure if she's coming back home or if she's going. I can't really tell where she's going or what she's doing, but she is on the plane, which is why she is not in the studio today with me today. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and of course for having the patience for the technical difficulties that we had earlier, that I had earlier today. But we made it through and we're all good. So before we get into it, you already know I want to just give a little special shout out to our sponsors. Of course, Miss Vicki's Traveling Boutique. She has amazing luxury inspired handbags and belts and gift items, jewelry, things like that. So if you're looking for any kind of special items for your special love, special person in your life, you may want to hit up Miss Vicki's Traveling Boutique and check out some of her stuff. She's got watches, she's got jewelry, bags, belts, I mean, jumpsuits, you name it, she probably has it. So shout out to her for sponsoring the show. And of course, Nina Rock Productions. And yeah, so we're going to get into it. So first and foremost, we always like to give a recap of what we did during the week. And I had like such a busy weekend and was just out showing properties because for those of you who know, I do real estate. That's my real job, right? So I was out showing some properties and things like that and pretty much had a really relaxing day. But probably one of the most satisfying things I did this weekend, which I know is probably going to sound a little crazy, but I organized my cabinets. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. What we're going to talk about today on the show is, girl, guys, did you see Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. OMG. We are going to talk about that today and so much more. But that is the main topic that we're going to cover. But yes, going back to what I said before, I organized my cabinets and my drawers in my pantry and in the kitchen. And I feel so much better. I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing when everything is nice and organized. I see all these videos and I said, you know what? I really want to try that. So I went out. I bought a couple of things, very inexpensive, spent about $100, and I organized my cabinet. So I know that's corny and tacky, but that's what I did. So if you caught it on my story, good job. If you didn't, maybe it's still there. I don't even know. But let me know how you guys' weekend was. Let us know what you did in your comments. And did you see the slap that shocked America yesterday? OMG. We're going to talk about it. So for those of you who watched the Oscars last night, let me go ahead and read some comments before we move on forward. Okay, I see that everybody can say that you guys can hear me now, so that is awesome. Very good. So shout out to Kelly for tuning in. Shout out for Jesse for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. And Angie, like I said, she is traveling today, so she won't be with us. But she's here in spirit. So in your found footage film, I don't get that, Kelly, but okay. So I posted earlier today about the Will Smith smack. If you guys didn't see it, we're going to talk about it today. So first of all, who saw it and who didn't? If you saw it, put in the comments that you saw it. Let me know your thoughts, and then I'm going to get into it because, child, it was crazy. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I watched the whole Oscars last night because I didn't. To be honest, I don't even have network TV. I gave up cable a long time ago because I was not about to pay that bill anymore, right? So Jessie says she saw it. That's cool. But I did happen to catch, because, you know, Facebook can give you every kind of news that you want. You don't even have to watch anything. You just go to Facebook, scroll, and you're going to find out everything that happened, right? Then it took me to a Twitter link, so I actually saw the smack and what happened and all that good stuff. Then I had to do a little bit of research because I didn't understand what Will Smith was all mad about. But let me explain for those of you who don't know. So last night at the Oscars, Chris Rock was the host. And we all know Chris Rock is a comedian from Everybody Hates Chris. He does stand-up. He does all these movies and things like that. So you, as an artist, you know that if you're in the front, no matter what, somehow, some way, you're going to get roasted. Because that's what comedians do. There's just there's no denying it. You're going to get roasted on. It's just a matter of principle, right? Matter of fact. So you got to deal with it, you know, and have tough skin and know that this is going to happen. So apparently Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair. She has a shaved head now, and Chris Rock said something to the effect of, "Oh, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2," which is a movie, right? So, ha ha he he. Will Smith laughed about it, at first, but Jada called a little attitude, and Jada was like rolled her eyes, and she was obviously upset about it and everything like that. So Will Smith decided that he wanted to be a man, quote unquote, right? And decided that he had to do something to defend his woman's honor, right? Okay, now I get it. We're going to stop right there. I get it. You know, as a man, you want to defend your woman. You want to protect her. If someone's calling her name, or, you know, calling her out her name, or being disrespectful or whatever, you know, your job, quote unquote, as a man is to protect and defend your woman, right? Okay. So Will Smith comes up on stage and he just smacks the shit out of Chris Rock. Chris Rock was like, whoa. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Like, literally, that's what he said. He wasn't even, like, mad about it or anything. He was more, like, in shock. Like, no, the fuck, he didn't. Just come up here and smack the shit out of me. Like, that was Chris Rock's reaction. And I can picture him in his Chris Rock voice saying this, like, oh, no, he didn't just come up here and smack the shit out of me. Like, that's what he was saying, right? And Will Smith comes and sits down and is like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like, getting all gangsta and ghetto. And I'm like, bro. We're at the Oscars. We're not in Philly on the streets where you used to ball and play and hang out. Like, we're not there anymore. You are at the Oscars. Are you kidding me right now? But anyway, hey, Iris. Hey, girl. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and read some comments in just a little bit, but let me give you my thought. So I had to go and do a little bit of research, right? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what was they all mad about? Like, it's a joke, bro. Relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I figured out, right, because I did some research. Google is your friend when you need some information. So apparently, Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which is balding, right? And she decided she wanted to shave her head, which is why she got so offensive that Chris Rock made a joke about her hair. Okay, like I said, dude, I get it, 100%. But you're at the Oscars, bro. Come on. Now we got to do a little bit better. I'm going to give you some more background on that. But before I do, let me go ahead and read these comments because I know we have a lot of it. So I posted it earlier, and Richard Jimenez says he's lucky he isn't going to jail, but somehow I don't think this is over. So apparently Chris Rock decided not to press charges on Will Smith for smacking the shit out of him. So we do have some comments. Jessica says, as a matter of fact, his voice could be heard from the audience. He should have just said, bad joke, calm down. Exactly. But he wasn't upset. He laughed. Exactly. He just laughed. That's what comedy and freedom of speech is all about. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I'm saying, right? Like, you just laugh like, bro, that was not a cool joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill. Like, even, I'm going to go back a few years, right? When P. Diddy, and I'm going to take it back, all right? When P. Diddy was dating J-Ho, right? Yes, I called her J-Ho because I'm not a fan. But when he was dating J-Ho, right? Jamie Foxx did a stand-up comedy show, and Jamie Foxx was making fun of J-Lo, right? About her singing, saying that she can't sing and this, not, and the third. Because reality is we all know that she really can't sing. She's a studio voice, and if you really do your research, you know that some of her vocals are actually Ashanti in the background. But we're not going to go there. We'll save that for another day, okay? I'm not a fan either. That's right. She a hoe. But anyway. So P. Diddy comes up to, and Jamie Foxx did a whole comedy skit on just this, on what happened. So P. Diddy felt he had to defend his woman's honor, right? And came up to Jamie Foxx and was like, I heard you said that J-Lo can't sing and this, and that, right? But he did that shit like off scene, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do it like on stage at the Oscars, at the Grammys, at the MTV. Like, he didn't do it. He didn't make like this big scene about it. He did it off stage, off camera, as he should. Because again, he's in the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a celebrity, a quote unquote role model, and this is what you do. Now, granted, yes, you want to be able to defend your woman, but you also have to know your position and play your part in your role. So anyway, P. Diddy goes up to Jamie Foxx and says to him, oh, I heard you was making fun of J-Lo, talking about she can't sing and this, that, and the third, and whatever. And Jamie Foxx's response was like, but did I lie? Like, he didn't even get all mad with it. He was like, did I lie? And P. Diddy was just like, psh, 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 and just like deaded the whole issue. He didn't come on there and try to smack the shit out of Jamie Foxx and do all this craziness. He didn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Will Smith did. Now, let's go back to Will Smith for a little bit. Now, Will Smith is obviously on an emotional roller coaster at this very moment, right? He's like this, right? Wife done cheated on him in public, embarrassed him, and made all this, big scene talking about she was trying to find whatever she was trying to find in August Alsina, right? For those of you who don't know, that is the man that she was publicly cheating on Will Smith with, August Alsina, who is younger than her, right? So, here's my question and here's my thought. You being Will Smith, again, he's on an emotional roller coaster. We get it, 100%. His feelings are all over the place. And he felt he had to do something. This was his redemption, his time to shine, right? But why not smack the shit out of August Alsina for fucking your wife? I'm just saying, you're going to go and smack Chris Rock for making a alopecia joke, a G.I. Jane joke, but you're not going to mess with August Alsina for actually banging your wife? See, that's where I have a problem now. I'm just saying, not saying violence is the answer, but goddamn, if you was gonna smack the shit out of somebody, you should have smacked August Alsina. I'm just saying. Thoughts on that before we continue, and I'm gonna go ahead and read the comments. So keep them coming because this is great. So hey, Manny, thanks for tuning in. Yes, Iris, the entanglement, exactly. And he handled it like a man. Who handled it like a man? You think Will Smith handled it like a man, or you think P. Diddy? Because I talked about a few different ones. So tell me who you thought handled it like a man, Jesse. Hey, Manny, again, thanks for tuning in. Let me go ahead. And I'm going to keep talking because this shit had me heated yesterday. I was like, oh, we got to get into this on the show tomorrow, which is today. So let's see what else, what other comments we have here. Guys, for those of you who are listening to us on Spotify, we have all the comments on our Facebook page, so make sure you go ahead and check them out if you want to see all the comments. And of course, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or anything like that, you can also send us a message at itscallishow@gmail.com. I actually have a new email address, but I really don't know it off the top of my head. So we're just going to use that one for now because it is what it is. So he handled it like a man. Yes, so that's my whole, and I was like curious, like, okay, so you felt the need that you wanted to come up here and smack the shit out of Chris Rock, but you didn't do nothing to August Alsina. No, I'm not opening the camera for you because I do not know you. That's the person who's trying to come onto my show, onto my live. Do not know you, so you do not get a chance to come on my live. So, with that being said, feel free to log yourself out. I really don't care, but you're not coming on my live. So, anyway, I had to throw that little out there. But anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think of that? Do you think that he should have maybe said something? I mean, who knows? I don't know if he did say something to August Alsina or not, but it is something that was never discussed and never brought up to out in the public. You know what I mean? So Iris says, well, at the end of the day, celebrities are human beings too, and sometimes have less of a desirable moment. I agree 100%. And as I mentioned, Will Smith is obviously on an emotional roller coaster, and 100%, I get it. You know what I'm saying? He was embarrassed. He was made a fool by his wife in public, in front of the world, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you're a little, I don't want to say nobody, because everybody is somebody, but when you're not in that public eye like that and you get played and you get cheated on, it's one thing. But when you get played in a public forum, in a public light, it is a lot more devastating. And I 100% get that. You know what I mean? But we got some more comments. Okay. So Jessica says, Will and Jada supposedly were separated at the time of the entanglement, according to them. So Jada was doing her thing. Whatever, to each his own, but bro, you at the Oscars. Exactly. Handle yourself accordingly. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Handle yourself accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you are at the Oscars and you are a role model. Now, here's the best part of it. I don't know if you saw it or not, but shortly after that incident with Chris Rock and Will Smith receives an Oscar for Best actor in a movie for playing Venus and Serena's dad in, I think, Mr. Richardson, whatever the name of the movie is. I don't know because I didn't watch it. But he played this role of Venus and Serena's father, and if you watch his speech, his acceptance speech, the man is clearly broken. He's like in tears, and he's like bawling in front of the world, okay, because we all watched it. If you watched it, if you didn't, I'll put the video up there. Okay, King Richard. Yes, that was the movie. If Will was offended from the beginning, he should never laugh at his wife's expense. Exactly, he did laugh, and that was the main thing, is that he did laugh in the beginning. But when Jada made a face and rolled her eyes, that's when he felt the need that he had to do something. Correct. So shortly after that, as I mentioned, he wins an award for best male actor in the movie, for the movie King Richard. And in his acceptance speech, again, he's in tears. He is bawling. He's crying his eyes out. And he's, what I would take, trying to apologize, but the words never came out of his mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he gave this speech like, sometimes our emotions get in the best of us and this and that. And he's going on and on and on and on. You can tell, you can see the hurt and the pain in the man's eyes and the man's face. And then he said something which was probably the best thing he could have said, which wasn't even him that said it. He repeated what was said to him backstage. So Denzel Washington, man of all men, I don't care what anybody says, he is like, for me, an icon. And he may be a little young to be an icon, but his words and the things that he says and the things that he said, what he portrays to be as a man in a public eye is amazing. Because his words to Will Smith were simple as this. Be careful, man, and don't quote me, it's not word for word, but this is what he said. I lost it for a second. Oh, be careful, because when you're at the top, that's when the devil is trying to test you, or something to that effect. In other words, telling Will Smith, like, bruh, you need to chill. you on the top of your game. You winning, about to come on and receive, like you're on top of your game, bro. Control your emotions. Don't let the devil, quote unquote, get the best of you. Yo, and when he repeated those words, I was like, Denzel is the fucking man. I don't care what anybody says. He is the fucking man, because it is 100% true. When you are on the top of your game, no matter what industry you are in, people are always going to try to come for you. People are going to talk about you. They're going to try to bring you down. They're going to try to knock you off your, your little, where I don't want to say title, high. I don't want to say any of that, because that's not what it is. But they're going to try to knock you off of that spot. They're going to do whatever they can to try to bring you down. And you, as that public figure, you need to maintain, laugh shit off, brush it off, develop that tough skin, and just keep pushing forward and never feed into that negativity of what is coming your way, because it's going to come, and that's the truth. So let me see. We got some, when you're at your highest, the devil will try you. That is correct. He did apologize to the Academy Award, so he can be invited back. Not Chris, who actually slapped. So I do feel that it was not a real speech. Exactly. He did it, but he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he made an attempt, for his own self, but he didn't really do it for the person, or to the person that he should have done it to, which was Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my thoughts on it. Hey, Molly, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And, of course, once again, everybody who is listening on Spotify, we appreciate you guys. So give us a thumbs up. Let us know your thoughts and your comments. Let us know that you were enjoying this video. And share. Feel free. So, yeah, so that is my thoughts on that. Jesse says mine, too. So it's a little crazy, you know what I mean? Because, again, he's... that emotional roller coaster, man, is just, it's something. It's something. And I feel like men cannot take what they would normally give to a woman. Now, I'm not saying that Will Smith was a player, because we don't really know. We've never really heard that side of him. But the fact that she did it, and whether she was separated or not, whatever it was still publicly embarrassing for him as a man. Men cannot handle that. That's just my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts on women. We and I don't want to say we expected or anticipated, because we don't and we shouldn't. But I feel like if you watch last week's episode when I was talking about it, where they say, always expect that your partner is cheating on you. I think a lot of women already have that in their heads, that your man is eventually or somehow going to cheat. So not to say that it's not shocking, but it's not going to be as devastating as it would be for a man to find out that their woman is cheating on you. And I could be wrong. So if there's any men out there, who want to speak on this, please do. And I know we have some comments. I'm going to go ahead and read the comments. So Erica says, I think he overreacted. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Hey, David, thanks for tuning in. And Iris says, and comedians are doing their job, and you should not take things so personal when they are simply doing their job. It's not personal. 100% correct. And that is what I mentioned earlier. Especially you was right in the front, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was right there in the front. You should have known that they were coming for you one way or another, whether it was about Jada Pinkett's hair or their entanglement, like they say, right? You knew, you had to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't prepared for it, then that's on you. But that emotional roller coaster, bro, it's something really serious. And I really hope that he, gets the help that he needs. If he needs therapy, he needs to talk to somebody. I don't know what he needs to do, but he really needs to get those emotions in check, because at the end of the day, he is a great actor. He's done a lot of amazing roles, from Ali to Malcolm X. I mean, he's done some amazing, powerful roles with some amazing, powerful role models. And he, for him to win an Oscar out of all of this is just shows that he is kind of on top of his game right now. You know what I mean? So, and everything that he's gone through, he really needs to learn how to get those emotions in check so that things like this don't happen. Because, child, have you seen all the memes that came out? Oh my gosh, it is crazy. Like, their memes are just like bing bing, like they're just flying out all over the place from everything about that slap. It got to a point where, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'm going to try to find it again on TikTok. Okay, on TikTok, somebody actually recreated the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song, the theme song, and remade it to talk about the slap that was heard all around the world. It was crazy. Like, I don't even remember what it said, but it says this is the story how I smacked Chris Rock and on live national air or some shit like that. It's crazy. But he went into it like, oh, don't talk about Jada's hair. Like, it's crazy. Like, you have to listen to it. It's funny. It's crazy. But I mean, that's how serious it is right now. Like, people are just going in on him and just memes galore. That's all I gotta say. Is like memes galore. He's like the hot topic of the week, I guess, until something else happens next week. So we'll see what happens. But let me know if you guys saw any of those memes and which one was your favorite and all that good stuff. But I guess the men don't want to comment today, but that's okay. That's okay. Not a problem. I'll probably get some inboxes later because that usually happens. Oh, I just didn't want to say it on the chat and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Whatever. Hey, Nino, thanks for tuning in. On your mark, get set. Gotta get jiggy with it, smack, smack. Yeah, it's funny. But that's not how the song went, but it is pretty funny. So let me see. We got another comment on there, and I'm going to try to read it. I swear I have to put on my glasses. I really think he was prepared. He did handle himself accordingly, chuckling at the jokes. I would love to see what happened between husband and wife after she rolled her eyes and he laughed. There had to be something between them that transpired. Correct. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, he did laugh. You see him laughing until she rolled her eyes. So did she say something to him? Like, you just gonna let him talk about me like that? Like, what happened in that 12 seconds that we don't see that made him just decide that I'm going to stroll on up here and just smack the shit out of Chris Rock? Like, what happened? What did she say? Like, I wish that I had, or someone had a little audio clip of what happened within those 12 seconds, because it literally went from ha 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 to, and that's literally how he did it. It was like, and he just walked off the stage. So I'm wondering, did she say something about it? Did she give him a little comment? Now, with that being said, and this is for the ladies and this is for the men that are watching, ladies, would you want your man to defend you in that type of way? What is too far? What is too much? And how far is too far when it comes to, defending and protecting your lady / your man, whatever it is? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Hey, Blue, thanks for tuning in. We're talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars yesterday. Right, yep. Jesse says, that's what I'm saying. You don't go from one extreme to the other like that. Exactly. Something must have happened because he definitely was laughing at first. So what are your thoughts? Do you feel that he should... any man in general, if you're in a relationship, for those of you who are in a relationship, how far do you think a man should go to defend you? Like, what is the limit? Is there a limit? To what you guys can do, how they should defend you and protect you. So David says, Will still hurt. His wife played him. You never forget, I guess. That is 100% true. And I did mention that he is on an emotional roller coaster due to the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith was messing around with August Alsina. But like I said before, David, that he should have smacked August Alsina and not Chris Rock. I'm just saying. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But just my opinion. Again, I'm not saying violence is the answer. I don't want to be put in Facebook jail again, because I've been in Facebook jail for a while. But yeah, he is obviously still hurt, and it's going to be a lot for him to get over. Now, with that being said, being that she did publicly cheat and publicly admit that she had this entanglement with August Alsina, how much time do you think that he's going to need as a man? Because like I said, men can't handle this stuff. How much time do you think that man is going to need to heal, to fix himself, to get over it, so to speak? And do you think that their relationship will ever be the same? Let me know in your comments. Let me know what you guys think. Iris says, well, if you're secure within yourself and love your husband, you would not put him in a position where he would embarrass himself and career just because you felt some type of way. Absolutely. Especially in his position. I agree with that comment 100%, Iris. That is so true. Especially in his position. Like I said earlier, Chris Rock is a comedian. You know he's gonna come at you one way or another. You have to be prepared for it. And like Jesse said, I feel also he was prepared, but Jada was the one who got upset. So what happened? You know what I'm saying? Should he have just been like, bitch, get over it type shit? Like, you know what I mean? Or what? You know, I don't know the answer. I don't. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So Jesse says, I think we should all defend our partners. That's first and foremost. However, I myself am pretty good at defending myself. I know that if my husband's image was at risk, I would never put him in that position. Absolutely. And it all comes down to status. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we can talk about, and I'm not bringing up politics, but I'm just going to use this as an example. Donald Trump. Everybody was talking about his wife and how she was, you know, she wasn't a stripper, but she like posed naked or nude model, whatever she did. Her body was out there. You know what I'm saying? And people were talking about her. You don't see him going around smacking the shit out of everybody. Although he did a lot of other asshole shit. That's fine. We get it. But he wasn't going around smacking shit out of people because they were talking shit about his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, at that point, he was the president of the United States, and he had to, you know, uphold that image and that role. So I think you need to know your role and your position in life and know when to act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, people talk about me all day long. They say I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, I'm corny, whatever. I just brush the shit right off because, you know what? They're still watching. So thanks, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to go around smacking the shit out of bitches or none of this stuff. I don't care. Talk all you want. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because I'm still here. I'm still doing what I got to do, and I'm not worrying about you, so to speak. So we got another comment there. Nino says, well, Iris, let's go with Iris first. Men don't forget, and once the trust is broken, it's very difficult to get it back. Especially men, because women tend to forgive more quickly and deal with their emotions better in situations like this. 100% true, Iris. And Nino says, hey, Nino, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. It was just a publicity stunt because Chris Rock is fading away. Well, let's talk about that. Why would Chris Rock want that type of publicity? If anything, Will Smith was the one who was getting more of the publicity for that stunt. If it was a publicity stunt, Will Smith is the one who's getting the most exposure from it, not Chris Rock. So it was if it was a publicity stunt, on whose part? I don't think on Chris Rock's part. I would say more on Will Smith's part. I'm just saying, you know. Just thought. And yes, Jesse, they are still watching, and I appreciate them. I appreciate all the love and all the haters. I appreciate it all. So thank you very much. But yes, they do still watch. So I don't know, Nino. I don't know if I can agree with that or not, because Chris Rock may be fading, like you say. But if that was the case, then I feel like he should have been the one to do something that was outlandish so that the attention can be on him. The attention is not on him, really. It's on Will Smith and his emotional baggage and what he's dealing with at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Again, it's just an opinion. So that's just it. So with that, you know, like I said, it's kind of hard because you as a partner, you want to defend your partner. Now it gets to a point like, okay, are they trying to grab her ass? Are they trying to grab her? They just talking the shit about, talk all you want. You know what I'm saying? But especially in that sense, that it was a comedic skit. You know, he's a comedian. It's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to entertain. Can't be upset about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's see. We got some more comments. Jessica says, if Chris wanted a publicity stunt, he would not allow himself to be played like that because Chris Rock has some good in him. Correct. Neil says it goes both ways. And Jesse says, Chris is funny, but he is good as fuck. Exactly. Like, I don't see why he himself would need to have a publicity stunt in any kind of way, because he's still, look, he's hosting the Oscars, whether he was fading or not. He's still in the limelight. He's still in the public eye. He's still a public figure. We know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And he's still there. He's still relevant in today's society. maybe not as relevant as a Will Smith who just won an Oscar, but he is still relevant because he's still hosting. He's still out there, doing some lives and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that or not. So Iris says, I do applaud Chris Rock for even apologizing for going too far when I felt he did not need to apologize. That is correct. He didn't need to apologize. And David says, I never knew his wife was having an affair. Will Smith made her cheat. What happened in that relationship? I missed it all. So let me just explain real quick. Yes, David, Jada Pinkett Smith was cheating on Will Smith. They were supposedly, allegedly separated for a little time, and she got into an entanglement, like she said, with August Alsina, who is a singer who is like half her age. Okay, and she publicly admitted it to Will Smith. They had like a red table sitting, and she publicly admitted it on camera in front of the world that she was having a sexual relationship with August Alsina. So that is public, real public knowledge. So yes, with her son's friend. Yes, August Alsina is her son's friend, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. I forget. Jaden, I think is their son's name. I can't remember what their kids' names are, but it's Jaden, I believe. Yeah, so that is what happened. That is a true fact. David, she was cheating on him. So again, that's part of that emotional roller coaster. Like I said, he's dealing with that publicly as well, and he's still trying to maintain his relationship, which is fine. Men always fight for what they want. If they're not fighting for you, then you're not the one, plain and simple. And with that being said, no matter how good of a woman or the things that you do, if a man really loves you, he's going to fight for you regardless. So just had to put that out there. So Chris Rock. Neo says Chris did it for a cheeseburger. OMG. Yes, David, that is hard to swallow, which is why Will Smith is, like I said, he's on an emotional roller coaster, and I get it 100%, but I do feel honestly that he went a little too far at the Oscars for slapping Chris Rock. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a joke, a fucking joke, and you're supposed to he dust it off and keep it moving. Keep your composure, especially in your position and in your status, in the role that you play, the image that you maintain. You need to keep that all together. I mean, it's not like he was calling her a fucking whore, or he wasn't saying anything. He was talking about her hair. Like, he didn't even say nothing about her hair. He just said, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. And at first I didn't understand. I'm like, what was the joke? So I had to go and do my research, and that's how I found out about it. But yes, so he still should have kept. I feel he should have kept his composure a little bit, because what he did, I feel was really wrong. And Iris says, especially they're supposed to be good friends. Exactly. Especially in this industry, especially in you are in the limelight, and everybody's going to talk about that. Everybody's going to be on you. Like I said, there's memes galore. There's remakes of songs they're talking about it. I mean, it's insane. Especially in this day and age, the way social media is, you know what I mean? Social media plays a big role in everything that you do, especially in that position that Will Smith is in. Someone's always watching. You know what I mean? Someone's always watching, and anything you do is going to be put out there. So, I really do feel that he did go too far, and I really do feel that he should get some help. Talk to some. If he is, like I said, I don't know if he is or if he isn't, but if he isn't, he really does need to sit and maybe talk with someone about his emotions and his feelings and what he is going through at the moment. He could have talked about her affair, and David says, I would have moved on. Sometimes it's easier said than done. You can, I probably would have done the same thing. But when you're Will and Jada, I mean, you have a family. You've been, over 20-something years of a marriage. Just snap. You know what I mean? They both got a lot to lose, and obviously they had a relationship. You know what I mean? They actually have a relationship, so a little difficult. You know what I mean? And Erica says it was not that serious. I agree, 100%. But I don't think it was that serious for him to react the way that he reacted. But again, those 12 seconds of doubt that we don't know what happened within those 12 seconds from when he laughed, ha ha he, because he did laugh at the joke, for him then to go up there and smack shit out of him. Something happened. Something was said. Somebody must have whispered in his ear. Jada must have said, what the fuck? You know, whatever. I don't know. Something happened that we don't know about that made him just flip the switch and just go up and do what he did. So Erica says, they have talked about so many people, other people in worse ways like drug addiction. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, you are what you are. If you're a drug addict, you know you're a drug addict. If you're an alcoholic, you know you're an alcoholic. If you're a hoe, you know you're a hoe. So you know that these things are going to come out. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised and don't get mad when they do come out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not like Chris Rock said anything about the affair, or Chris Rock said anything about, hey, Will, you better watch who she's sitting. Like, he didn't say nothing like that or try to call her out in that kind of way. He was talking about her hair. And yes, I get it. Alopecia is something very serious, and she felt offended by it or whatever. But at the end of the day, I do feel that he went a little bit overboard on that. And Iris says, and she is capable of defending herself, so she could have said something to Chris. Absolutely. But instead, she just rolled her eyes and was just like, whatever. You know what I mean? And I want to know what she said, if she said anything to Will Smith to make him flip. That's what I want to know. Those little 12 seconds, I need to know what happened in those 12 seconds. I just need to know. So somebody has that video or finds an audio clip or something. I don't know. Somebody's got to have something. We need to share it because I need to know what happened within those 12 seconds. Hopefully, and maybe Will Smith will do an interview. Most likely he will, because he's very public and very open about who he is and what he does. So maybe he will have I'm sure he's going to speak to his publicist first. His publicist is going to write something really pretty for him to say. You know what I'm saying? Of why he reacted the way he reacted. Whether it's true what he's saying or not true saying, but he is most likely going to say something. I want to know what he has to say about it. So let's see. We got some more comments in here. The response was unnecessary. However, all parties involved can do some shit on TV, but now all is quiet in their social media world. Exactly, because all their publicists are like, stay off social media, don't mention anything, don't post, don't. Or if they have a good public relations person, which I'm sure they do, a good publicist, that publicist is telling you better stay the fuck off of social media. Don't post nothing. Let this cool down. Let me figure out how to recreate you and how to make you this great person again. You know, make Will great again. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. That publicist, that's their job, and that is what they're doing right now. So everybody is dead quiet on it. Even Chris Rock, because Chris Rock was like, don't react. Don't react. Don't say nothing. Don't talk about it. You're better than this. Quiet, quiet, quiet. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's all happening behind the scenes. So we shall wait and see how this story transpires. Guys, this was amazing. So let's see. We got a little bit more comments. Me too, because he was laughing at first. And he's mad quiet tonight. Exactly. They are all very, very quiet. So I'm waiting to see what their publicists are going to come out with in the next few days. I'm curious, and we will definitely have a little follow-up or just a little post on the page. I don't know how we figure out to do it, but we will do it in that kind of way. So with that being said, guys, you know, I certainly appreciate you guys every single week for tuning in to us here on the show. We get, you know, over 15,000 people who watch this show on a weekly basis. So it is simply amazing, the engagement that we have. And of course, shout out to everybody who listens to us on Spotify overseas. We have Germany in the check-in, France in the check-in. We have the United Arab Nations. We have Mexico. We have France. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us on the show on Spotify. We certainly appreciate you guys. And of course, you know, keep the comments coming. I do read them after the show, and I will comment and respond. And of course, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to Angie. May she get to her location safe and sound. I think she's coming back home today. I don't remember. She did tell me, but I honestly don't remember. So sorry. How long was that affair lasted? I think that affair went on for about a year or so, something like that. I can do a little bit more research and give you, but it was with August Alsina, who's a singer. David, just to answer your question. So guys, just want to remind you guys that next weekend, this upcoming weekend, we will be at the Fashion Gala Awards. So make sure we will have another special live coming to you from the red carpet on Saturday as well. I am hosting the awards. This is an award that I won last year for Best MC, and I'm coming this year to host the awards myself. I promise that I will not have a Will Smith / Chris Rock moment at that show. But yes, so I will be hosting that show. So shout out to Ms. B for putting on this amazing event. The 4th Annual Fashion Gala Awards is this Saturday, and the trunk show is on Sunday. So we shall see who is going home with awards this weekend, and who will I be passing the torch to my successor if I don't win again. I am up for it again. I don't expect to win again, but shout out to the person who does win after me this upcoming year from best. So we have best model, best plus size model, best kid model, best teen model, best photographer, best designer, best hair and makeup, best stylist. The list goes on and on. Best MC, list goes on and on of awards that we'll be giving out this weekend. This is the best of Central Florida. It's the 4th Annual Fashion Gala Awards here in Central Florida. So, for those of you who are in the area and you want tickets, just visit MissBProductionsInc.com, and you can go ahead and get tickets to the show on Saturday. And the trunk show, the award show is on Saturday, and the trunk show is on Sunday. So with that being said, guys, let's see. We got a few more comments. If you need one, let me know. I'll fly in, LOL. Wow, there was feelings involved if it weren't for you. Oh, definitely. There was definitely feelings. It was a big entanglement. That's how Jada puts it. She didn't say affair. She said entanglement. But with that being said, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. I appreciate you guys every single week for tuning in. And safe travels to my co-host, Angie, who is not here with me today, but I think we did a pretty good job, right? And she did tune in the beginning, so of course. And we will all be back, like I said, on Saturday for a special red carpet edition of the show at the 4th Annual Fashion Gala Awards. And, of course, we will be back here again on Monday. So with that being said, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. Your girl, Nina Rock, is out. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.